Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and this is another episode in my series, A Plant a Week. In this series, I talk about various houseplants. I highlight one for the whole video, talking about how to properly care for it, how to water it, how to propagate it, everything that you need to know to keep your plant healthy and happy. Let me ask you a question. If you were a fairy and you were like, let's move into my own fairy castle, would you want that castle to be full of spikes? Because this one is. This spacious 4-bedroom, 3-bath is known as a fairy castle cactus, named so because of the tiny spire-like growths that sprout up from the cactus's base. Classified as Cereus tetragonus, it's native to North America and can grow to be about 6 feet tall. That's taller than I am. Perfect for that one fairy who had their growth spurt early and just kept growing. These cactuses can flower as well, but don't expect it to. It needs perfect growing conditions to produce flowers, and even then they only bloom at night. It's hard enough spotting the tooth fairy when she comes around, so good luck spotting these blooms. As a cactus, this plant likes full sun, so don't be afraid to set it right in the window, or if you live in colder areas, to take it out for the summer to get its maximum growth. I actually don't keep mine in direct sun, but have it under a pretty powerful grow light, simply because I'm strapped for lighting down here. And though it doesn't grow as fast under artificial light as it would natural, it's still puttering along and putting out new spires every once in a while. Because it's a cactus, it doesn't need to be watered a lot or very often. When you water, you want to make sure water comes out the drainage holes of the pot it's planted in. You don't want these sitting in water. Unfortunately, this castle does not come with a moat. I water mine about every 2 weeks in the summer and just monthly in the winter. Because it doesn't like to be wet, it's best to put these in cactus and succulent soil that has ample drainage. I haven't repotted mine yet, so it's still in the soil that it came with when I bought it a few years ago, but when I do repot it, I'll make sure to use a base of cactus soil with added perlite and even a few pebbles just to give it ample drainage. As long as the mixture is gritty, it should work great. If you have your cactus in a bright location and notice that it's growing quite a bit, you might need to fertilize it more. Fertilize in the growing season every couple of weeks. I use an organic phytoplankton fertilizer, but you can also find cactus-specific fertilizer to use on yours. Don't fertilize it in the winter though. These plants tend to go dormant in the winter, and fertilizer can lead to a premature collapse of your castle. One of the easiest ways to propagate your fairy castle cactus is through cuttings. To do so, take some sharp scissors or knife and cut a branch that comes off the main mother plant stem. Let this cutting dry out for a few days so that the wound calluses over. When it's nice and dry, you can dip the end into a rooting hormone, which is a powder that'll help the bottom push out new roots, and then stick it into a well-draining soil mixture. You don't want to water it right away either. Give it a few days before giving it water, and only water it sparingly. You don't want water damage on the base of your new castle. It plummets the resale value. I haven't had any problems with pests on any of my cactuses or succulents, and I think as far as pests go, these types of dry plants are very hardy. I have had spiders create homes in cactuses before, but that's about it, and they never harmed the plant, just my sanity. Fairy castle cactuses and pretty much all cactuses are toxic, so it's best to keep them out of the way of curious animals or young fairies who don't know that they shouldn't go around grabbing cactuses. There's nothing more annoying than being stung by a cactus and going around the rest of the day with numb fingers. In this economy of skyrocketing housing prices, it's really a seller's market. Given the right time and adequate growth, your own fairy castle cactus could rake in a pretty price, depending on location and quality fixtures, of course. If you're looking to sell your fairy castle, trust Fairy Castle Real Estate, your #1 fairy advisor. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for similar content. On Mondays, I post videos about houseplants, and on Fridays, I also post videos about houseplants, and reading, writing, photography, art, and any other generic interests of mine. As always, you can find my social media links in the description below. Also, you can find links to H&H Games, the board game company I've helped create, and our debut board game, Season of Heroes. You can also find the Amazon links to my fantasy series, A Chronicle of Crowns. Thanks for watching, bye!